What's up, everybody? It's Joshua Boyd here, Director of Marketing at Synesso. We are live here in the beautiful state of Washington at Synesso Factory Headquarters. What we're going to be going through today is our new S-Series Refresh launch, where we'll be here with Mr. Ryan Kent, who's one of our senior technicians. He's been with Synesso for 10 years. We'll be walking through all the cool new features and additions that we have added to the S-Series line with this upcoming refresh launch. Now, a little bit about Synesso and why this is so important. Synesso has always been a company with engineering in mind, and we focus on engineering connections while trying to pursue perfection. And in that pursuit of perfection, we like to listen from feedback from all of our amazing customers and find ways of not only taking that feedback back and applying it to our future models, but also taking ways that we can bring added value to existing customers and make the life cycle of owning a Synesso machine something that is an ongoing benefit for you and your business. So we want to thank you guys for joining us today. We're going to go through all these amazing technical features. We're going to give a walkthrough on how to do the firmware update for your machine. And then at the end, we're also going to have a drawing for some amazing swag from us here at Synesso. So hang tight. I'm going to introduce you to Ryan Kent, and he's going to walk through the first bits of the features for the new S-Series Refresh. Ryan, welcome.
Thank you, Joshua. So I'm part of the technical team, so I'm going to walk you guys through some of the design features and the firmware. So what we have in front of us is the new Refresh S200. Big change is the drain pan, drain grate,
Amazing.
As well as it's removable, so it can actually be pulled out to remove and clean under the unit, as well as there's a box here that will always be draining into your drain tube. So very easy and clean. This allows us to have now a manifold, so all the brew valves will discharge down into the drain box, hiding all the discharge. And as you see here, we're using a lot of the hardware is a Phillips, and they're all black head, they're all anodized, so really low profile, really nice looking, and new mats with new branding, very durable mats. Yeah, and then let's roll it around. So side panels are vented, and the back panel has a new badge, as well as just a big canvas. So nice and clean.
Awesome. You can see definitely here, this is the old drip tray. If you see, you remember it was bolted on. Obviously a little bit more clunky. You see the visibility of those the manifold tubes coming down from the back. So we really were looking for ways to make it a much more beautiful design aesthetic, as well as being super functional. That new drip tray as well, also having a great feature of being able to stop a lot of the grounds that would go down into your drain tray. So amazing technical features. You guys asked for it and we listen.
Absolutely. And then also it just adds more depth, just more workspace. So for cups or anything that you're setting up, you just have a little bit more space to work on. So a larger surface area.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about the new updates of firmware and what that means for ergonomics and using the buttons on the front of the machine.
So the auto backflush, it's on all our machines, but historically it's always been done through the controller. Now we've moved it into using the purge buttons. So if you just hold down the purge button for a few seconds, it will go into an auto backflush.
Is that per group head, Ryan?
That is per group head, yeah. So you can just start one if you want to start cleaning one, or you can clean both. If you want to, just hold them down and it'll activate. And we'll show you guys with a live machine. As well as it provides power save mode for the S-Series. Yeah, and those are some of the big features here.
Awesome, I appreciate that. I love the backflush and the idea you can do these as separate backflushes. Imagine you're in the mid shift and you want to do a nice clear water backflush, just making sure you're keeping your screens clean and your coffee on point. You have an opportunity to be still working bar, still being able to make drinks when people come in, but you can be doing that cycle of getting those group heads clean and making sure you're on point with all of your beverages. All right, let's jump over here and we'll have Ryan show you guys how to install the firmware update directly from our website. You can download and get that applied to your S-Series for the refresh.
Yeah, excellent. So come on over. We're gonna do another machine over here that I've already removed a back panel. And removing the back panel is relatively easy. It's just removing the screws on the bottom, and the whole back panel will come down and out. And as you see here, we have a safety glass as our plexiglass. We'll have to remove the glass as well. And there's just 3 Phillips screws. And so we'll just remove all the screws. I've already removed a few of them. Take this out of the way. And very important note here, this machine is off. So I turned off the unit for safety, but it is still plugged in because we will need to turn it back on for it to be detected. So we're going to use a USB, and this is a USB-A to USB-B, basically a printer USB. Use your laptop, plug it right into the USB, and then there's only one port on our board. So we'll plug this one in, straight into the back here. Connected, and now I'll need to turn on the unit. On-off button in the front, unit is live. So you will be going to our website to download the zip file for the new firmware. And this firmware targets the S-Series primarily, but it can be used for the MVP and MVP Hydra. So with the download, you'll download it. Zip file will be downloaded onto your desktop, for example here. You'll need to extract the files. We're just going to extract them straight onto my desktop here. Extract. And now we have our extracted files. Here we have 2 different programmers. We have a Mac or Windows. There's also instructions here. Please go ahead and read through it. But I am currently using the Windows, so I will be double-clicking on this programmer and running the programmer. It will say, you know, it does not recognize this app. And yes, I understand, more information. We're going to run anyway. And here we go. We got a programmer here. Very important to verify after programming. We're going to browse for the file that is already in your download file. And as you see here, it's a Synesso version 267. Select it and open. So now we know everything's plugged in. We are ready to go. The machine is on. It is registered. Program. We'll allow it to program. The unit will go into a idle state as it will flash the memory and reprogram it with the updated file.
While that's uploading and we're getting that firmware going, if you guys want to ask us any questions on anything, feel free to throw something in the chat there. We'd be happy to answer any questions. As Ryan mentioned, this firmware update, and again, this is how we add value to existing customers, is going to be available for MVP, Hydra and regular MVP customers as well. Now this firmware update, you're not going to have to go hunting for it. We actually, tomorrow, are going to have a really easy to find splash page. You literally just go to synesso.com. It's going to pop up in your browser, and it's going to ask you if you want to check out the video and get the firmware update. You go ahead and click that button, and it'll lead you right to a link to be able to download that firmware file. So making it super, super easy for you guys to get those added features. And we're excited to be able to bring this stuff to you guys tomorrow. So,
yeah, absolutely, big improvements. And we're going to continue doing this as well. So pretty much straightforward. Same process for the MVP. There's the same board in there. You'll have to open it. The electrical box is underneath the MVP. You'll open it, plug it in. Same process, and same programmer as well.
Now the one difference is on the MVP, obviously you don't have the arcade style buttons on the top like you do in the S-Series. However, you still can run that backflush cycle, and on the digital screen at the top of the group head for the MVP, you can see where you normally have your pressure profiling bars. That'll just be a block to let you know it's in that backflush cycle. So there's some new just digital awareness and kind of way making on that to make you help you know what's actually happening with each of the group heads at that time. All right, still verifying that file. It takes a couple minutes, obviously, but we're super excited. While we're sitting here waiting for that to update, I'm gonna show you guys some of the cool swag that we're gonna hand out. or going to give away at the end of this time. Anybody that's joining us on the live feed, all we're going to ask is that you guys will repost and tag us. We'll put a post together just following this to let you guys know how to get entered in this drawing. But I'm going to show you the couple things we're going to give away right now. First off, we have some beautiful Synesso 5-panel hats. Beautiful quality, nice badging, kind of similar to another brand style you might recognize, but also very, very cool. And then for one lucky person, we're going to do a drawing for our beautiful, in white oak, Synesso branded tamper and knockbox from our friends at Pantechnicon. Beautifully done, nice beveled design on the side. You can really see the grain work, has some nice accent, and this one's actually engraved with the ES1 logo as well. Nice 58.5 millimeter tamper, awesome brass ring on this as well. So some fun stuff will be given away. Make sure you go ahead and repost and tag us because those are going to be something you want to get a hold of. So, all right, looks like we're getting close. Hey, Ryan?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's getting there. So just verifying the file. It will go through an update, and as it updates, you can look at your controller and you will see your version. So we're almost there. Right now it's just going through the programming.
Nice. Now, Ryan, talk to me a little bit about the some of the aesthetic features like the venting and the badging and things like that, where it may seem like it's not a big change, but obviously when we're thinking about keeping our components the proper temperature, obviously all of our equipment focused on temperature stability, how much does the actual design of the exterior of the machine play into the consistency of the temperature of the machine on the inside?
Well, I mean, allowing it to vent, and any humidity that's trapped in the machine, you usually want it to breathe. You want it to get out. So the venting on it is also just design-wise. It looks pretty fun.
It's very sleek.
But it just allows it to cross-ventilate from one side to the other. And then the back panel is just one solid piece, which, you know, there's a lot of potential for artwork or anything else, logos or any of that. And then just the rest of the hardware, we just are trying to go for that low profile. And finally, we're moving to Phillips. I know some techs out there would appreciate getting away from slotted screwdrivers. So we do have quite a few of all of it is Phillips screwdrivers.
That's awesome. Love it. We're always thinking about the techs. We know that it's so important to not only have machines that work amazing when you get them, but we believe in you having amazing support, and it's our technicians that help you having that work throughout the life cycle of the machine. We have a question maybe coming from there, Josh. Who do we have, and what do we have a question we can answer?
Yeah, thank you, Coral Sunshine, for asking. Do the vented panels fit previous models of the S-Series?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so the design, obviously, we're keeping the same chassis. Everything is based on measurements, and the overall specs of the machine has stayed the same. Again, we're looking for ergonomics, better functionality, again, just making kind of improvements that are going to add value to the machine itself. So, looks like it's finished with the
yes
verification here.
Absolutely. So the program is finished. We really missed the reboot, so I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on, and just verifying that it has stuck. Version 2.67. There we go. So right on the reboot, you can see it has been updated. All right. So machine is now finished. We can go ahead and unplug it, turn off your laptop, and you're safe to go. Reconnect all your glass and your back panel, but I'm just going to quickly show you guys just the functionality of the auto clean. So again, we hold down the purge button from whichever group you want, and it will go through a cycle of 10 seconds on, running, 10 seconds off. It'll do this 5 times. At any point you just want to stop the auto backflush, you can just bump the paddle or push the purge button, it'll stop it. And as you see, the lights have been removed, so now we know that it's done, or we canceled the auto backflush.
Awesome. Cool. Well, guys, that is the majority of the updates. This is our beautiful S200 refresh model. If you're interested in getting information about pricing, do reach out to your sales rep or local distributors. We'd love to get you guys information on how to get a hold of one of these beauties. Again, we're going to be putting a post out later today, letting you guys know about how to win our beautiful swag prizes I mentioned before. Again, we've got our Pantechnicon knockbox and tamper, and beautiful white oak. as well as our Synesso 5-panel hats available as well. So definitely be watching your Instagram today. It's going to come out, and we'll let you guys know how to get a hold of it. And then again, first thing tomorrow morning, if you happen to miss this this live, we're going to be the reel will be available on Instagram, as well as a link to the video on our website. So we want to thank all of you guys for coming out. Thanks, Ryan, for showing us through the features and how to get our machines updated. And this has been live at Synesso Factory. We'll catch you guys next time.